here with Project Delta Fitness. Today we're going to go over the clean. So first off, I want to talk about setup. Setup with the feet, you're going to want a hip width stance, so feet right under the hips. Make sure that you have about 2 fist widths distance in between, okay? From here, we're going to grab our barbell. We usually reverse engineer this movement starting from the hips, working our way down, also known as the Burgener Warm Up. Here's my variation. So coming from here, I'm going to get my hook grip, so that's thumb, 2 fingers over the thumb. What this does is it allows me to pull the bar without having to worry about it slipping away. From here, after we finish our hook grip, it's going to be a 2 to 4 inch dip in the knees, and then we're going to drive the hips open and shrug, also known as the dip drive. Cool. Coming from there, we're going to bring our elbows high into the outside, keeping the bar path close, okay? Notice that these are all movements that are stacking on top of one another. The dip drive into the elbows high and outside. The next movement we're going to do is going to be a turnover. Stand tall. Now, you may notice I did re-dip in the first one, and I didn't in the second one. Usually, we don't. It's called a tall muscle clean, just like so. Tall power clean, okay? So working from there, now that we have our turnover, I would typically work the hang power clean, so bringing it to position 2. I'm going to drag the bar across the quads, hinging at the hip. Notice this is different from our dip position when we were dip shrugging, okay? Hinging at the hip, creating tension in the hamstring, keeping my knees back. Shins are going to be upright and perpendicular to the ground. What that means is that the bar is going to remain close to the body. So from here, I'm going to swoop the bar into my hip, big shrug, elbows high, turn over, and catch. So notice my foot movement. So I went from power position to squat position, and then I reset. Bringing it back down, power position, squat position, catching in a partial squat, standing tall afterwards. Coming from there, what we would do is probably practice the front squat. So what I would have my athletes do, get into that front rack position, elbows nice and high. You only need 2 fingers on the bar, just for stability purposes. A lot of people try to go for that full grip. They wonder why it's not working. It's a mobility issue, most likely, but we still want to fight for those high elbows. My feet are going to come outside my shoulders or to the shoulder width, toes slightly pointed out, and then from here I'm going to set my hips back, hips below knees, stand tall, front squat. Typically I'd run my athletes through about 3 to 5 reps of that, get a feel for the bottom position, see how their starting position is, and then also assess the movement as it's dynamically performed. Working from there, we're going to put it all together. So we're going to get that full clean action. We're going to hinge at the hip, pass the knees since our knees are already back, bring the glutes down, chest up, shoulders back and down. Keep that bar close. Almost pull it into those shins to activate the lats. Then reverse from there, knees come back, scoop, big shrug, elbows high outside, catch in the clean, stand tall. Now that's option A. If you have great mobility, you're confident in your catch, then by all means, please do so. If you still are working that confidence in catching that clean, I would like you to do power clean, ride it down into the front squat. So now when we're pulling for that power clean, we're pulling from the ground, big scoop, big shrug, catching in that squat stance already. So from here, you can ride it down, stand it up, or you can stand it up and then resituate yourself, hit the front squat. Either way is fine. You're still working into that progression. Maybe even start at a lighter load to catch into the squat, okay? I hope that helps you out. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me. Follow Project Delta Fitness on Instagram and Facebook, as well as Burgener Holistic Nutrition. Got a lot of things coming your way. Thank you so much. Have an awesome day.